Hello, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been quite some time since I've uploaded, and thank you for being patient. But I have still been keeping tabs on the current meta, and I know Lugia has been dominating for quite some time, but we now have access to Scarlet and Violet on the new client. So I've been personally really excited about this new set dropping because of the re-release of EX cards, but we do have to take that scary jump onto PTCG Live, which I have heard has not been the greatest, but let's take a look at it together and I'll kind of give my thoughts throughout the video. Alrighty, so here we are in live. It looks like everything migrated correctly. So let's take a look at some of the things that live has given us. They have given us all these wonderful structure decks that are really great for starting players, people who are starting out with PTCG Live or just TCG in general. It gives you a kind of taste of how the EX cards work. But something that I wanted to look at for this first video is Arcanine EX, which I feel like is the underdog of the Pokemon TCG era, right? It doesn't really get a lot of love. I know we have Hisuian Arcanine. I've been wanting to see some Arcanine love on Pokemon side, and we have it with this EX card. So let's kind of take a look. If you're not familiar with how EX works, it's basically just the same as like stage 1s and stage 2s, right? You have to evolve them off of basic Pokemon. So this Arcanine would have to evolve from Growlithe in order to be in play. But it basically has the upgrades of being a V Pokemon. So it has 280 HP, the same as like V-Stars, but it also has the rule box Pokemon where if you get knocked out, you take 2 prizes, or your opponent takes 2 prizes. But it has some really great attacks. So the 2 attacks that Arcanine EX has is Raging Claws, 2 fire energies. You do 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon with a base of 30. So it's really nice. It's a good like retaliation attack. Then it also has Bright Flame for 3 fire energies. You do 250, but you also discard 2 energies, which is a really great attack, especially if you throw on some damage modifiers onto it. You could be knocking out V-Stars or other EXs with ease. Now, the basic structure deck that PTCG Live has given us has paired Arcanine with the Pokemon Go Charizard, which if you've seen other videos on my channel, we know we love this card because it sets up some really cool interactions with other Pokemon. But I've been playing it out, kind of testing it on the ladder, and it has been working really well for me, but I have noticed that it is a little bit inconsistent to set up sometimes. So what I have done is kind of given my version of the deck and heavily focused on just Arcanine EX. So basically we're pairing Arcanine with the new card Armarouge, which has the ability as fire off. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a fire energy from your bench to your active Pokemon. So if you pair this up with Magma Basin, which allows you to take a energy from your discard and attach to your bench, you can then move that energy freely to your active. Another new card that I wanted to kind of tech in is this Revavroom. So Revavroom allows you to discard energy from your hand in order to use the ability Rumbling Engine, but when you use Rumbling Engine, you can draw until you have 6 cards in play. So it's kind of like a semi-upgraded version of Bibarel, but allows you to discard energy. So it's like Bibarel and Greninja mixed together, or Radiant Greninja. And so I kind of like that because it also synergizes with Magma Basin. It also synergizes with Raihan. Now we are playing with the new standard format, so we have to kind of rotate some cards that we have known to love, such as Quick Ball, and replace them with stuff like Nest Ball. Now Nest Ball allows you to search for a basic Pokemon, but you put it immediately onto your bench, which kind of makes things a little bit awkward. Quick Ball was really nice because it allows you to thin your hand by discarding, but then you also get the card into your hand, so you don't have to actually commit to that bench space. But with Nest Ball, you have to commit. So we're playing Nest Ball, seeing how that works. We're also playing Capturing Aroma. Now, Capturing Aroma is kind of a gamble, but it allows you to get either a basic or an evolution based off of your flip. And we play a good mix of both, so it's not unreasonable to play. Another new card that is in this deck is Miriam. Miriam is a new supporter that allows you to shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard into your deck, but then you get to draw 3 cards for that. So it's our new way of getting cards back into our deck, getting Pokemon back into our deck, because we don't have access to Rod anymore. So we are using Miriam as our Pokemon recycling tool. We could play things like Recycler or Energy Retrieval to get energies back, but between Magma Basin and Armarouge. I think we can get that going. We might be teching those in later. I'll see what my recommendations are at the end of the video, but this intro has been long enough. Let's hop onto the rank ladder and show you what Arcanine EX is about. All right, we are going first. We have Entei. That's not a terrible lead, but we don't have anything to search for any new cards, but we do have Judge, so that could also help us out. Looks like we're going up against Blissey V. Blissey V could be a decent matchup for us now that I think about it. Oh, Blissey with Flying Pikachu. Interesting synergy, but I think we can still work with this. I think we'll still have a good matchup between these two. Now, they also playing Fire Energy and Full Face Guard. Does Full Face Guard work? Don't you have an ability? Yeah, Blissey has an ability, so I don't think that's gonna work. But let's just test the capturing aroma. See, we got heads, so that is basic. Nope, that's evolution. Okay. So let's see here. I want to inspect the board. I guess we can go and grab Arcanine off of this. Let's go fleet-footed. See if we can get an energy. We do. That's great. I'm going to attach the energy. They only have 4 cards in hand. And they attach the Full Face Guard. And Pikachu has free retreat, so it's no point in judging or bossing right now. So I'm just going to end my turn. And then work off of that. We have the Arcanine, so that's going to be helpful. I could have judged to try and grab, you know, like the Varoom or the Charcadet, but I think we're okay at the moment. We can kind of... Maybe I should have attached to the Entei, but I don't think Entei is going to be a great attacker in this because of the fact that they're not going to be they're not going to want to bench a lot of Pokemon, so we're not going to be able to use Burning Rondo efficiently. They're just gonna go Blissful Blast. That's totally fine. Now we can evolve. We have Rope, which is also great. That gets the Entei out of the active, which is gonna be good. So let's go Fleet-Footed first. See what it can grab. We have a Research. I definitely want to put the Basin in play. And I don't want to judge them because their hand is so low. So I think definitely this is a Research turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Rope. Get a hit on the Pikachu. We'll go Research. We got another Growlithe, which is good. Let's see. We have 2 Research, 2 Basins. I guess I can go here and then start swinging with Raging Claws. It's not the best attack, right? Only doing 30, but they can switch hit with Blissful Blast, which means they're going to be bumping up our damage even more. We have another Growlithe set on the bench that we can potentially power up with Basin as well. So they are going to switch. That's totally fine. Blissful Blast is not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. If we can get 1 energy, we can actually knock out the Blissey. So they're going to be doing 100. Totally fine. And we got 1 more energy. So we are set to attack. So let's actually do this. I'm going to go... Basic energy here. We are going to be losing a lot of Basins, but I think besides Path to the Peak, I'm not too worried about it. So let's just go ahead Research now. We do get some things going, so let's bench the Charcadet, let's bench the Varoom. We can actually put the EXP share on the Growlithe. And then let's actually put another Growlithe in play just in case if they do boss. So now we can go Bright Flame. Take the knockout. Yep. We will have to discard 2 energies, but that's totally fine. If we can get an Armarouge in play, we can actually put that energy back in play. So let's do this. Because if we get the Armarouge, we can base into it and then move the energy to the active, and then all we have to do is attach. And then we are working with some good stuff. All right, they are playing Bolton V. Not really sure what my opponent's deck is made of. They have fire and lightning energy, so it could be like Rayquaza, but I'm seeing the flying Pikachu in play, so I don't really know if that's like their focus is the Rayquaza, but it looks like it's just a pass there. So we can potentially get an attack. It has 280 HP though, so it may not be necessary to do that much damage. So let's just go ahead with the Raging Claws, because the next turn they're just going to do 160, which is, or 140, which is not going to be enough, which is enough for us to do Raging Claws and take the knockout. So I'm just going to stick with that play. Let's actually do this. I kind of want to save the Raihan. I could Ultra Ball, get the Revavroom, but I don't have an energy in hand. So let's just go Basin to... Let's go Basin to the Charcadet. And that way if they try to boss... yeah, let's just go Basin to the Charcadet. It's the safest play, right? Because if they somehow get the ability to hit for 280, I don't want them to just boss up this Arcanine and then take that hit. And then if they do boss for some reason, but they don't get the knockout, I can just Ultra Ball, get the Armarouge, and then move the energy at any point. So, let's see. So my opponent is playing Friends in Hisui. Interesting. Okay, so they got the lightning energy, they got the attack off, but they're not going to be able to get the knockout, and Arcanine's going to be able to retaliate with Raging Claws. So I think this is pretty good in our favor. After this, we're going to take 3 prizes, which is really good. And then after that, I think we will be all set to take this game. So let's just do this. I'm going to get rid of one of the Raihans. This is the thing that I don't like about this, is they stack those cards, which I don't really enjoy. Okay. So I do kind of want to talk about the things that I like and I don't like about PTCG Live. So the things that I like is... what do I like about this? I mean, the layout is not terrible. I actually do like it. I think PTCGO, their layout was a little bit, you know, dated. But the thing that I don't like is this jittery effect with the cards. Like, everything else is so... and then they just concede. Okay. Okay, so I talked about... did I talk about the jittery card? I don't remember what video or what take I did that, but I don't like the fact that the card kind of like jitters, right, when it's an idle animation. It just doesn't match the rest of the gameplay. Like, the rest of the gameplay is super quick and super fast, which I do like. Sometimes it could be a little fast, but I think it's just something that I need to get used to. But like, yeah, when something is idle, I don't like the fact that it just kind of like jiggles, right? We have Radiant Charizard in the active. Not the best start, but I'll deal with it. That, I don't know how to undo that. The massive sound effect when the game starts, that's happened every single time, and I'm going to definitely look into that. I could go ahead with a rope, because it looks like... yes, I think I want to rope here. Well, they could play DTE. Yeah, they probably do play DTE, so I'm going to go ahead and rope. Move that Cobalion out of the active so that it's going to be a little bit harder for them to set up with the follow-up attack. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to set up. Yeah, that sound effect gotta go. One thing I do like, though, is that there is a toggle. I don't know if you guys all know about this, but if you can toggle out, it's not here, but you can toggle out the effect, because I know that whenever you switch a Pokemon into the active, it keeps that kind of base effect, right? Like, so if Cobalion was in the active, it would be metal, and then once I switch, it would be fire, and so on and so forth. But you can actually toggle that off and make it so that it only does that for a little bit, not too long. Okay, search your deck for 2 basic energies and attach them to this Pokemon. I could do that. Let's go Nest Ball. Let's grab Varoom. That way I have an option for next turn. I'm actually going to attach to the Charizard. Hold on, what does this do? 30 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. 30 damage could be a lot, but I think we can work with this. I could boss this. You know what? I actually will. Let's go ahead and boss. That way I don't have... yeah. Whoa. Oh, okay. I was about to say, Fire Clouds 140, but I need the energies to do that. But we can attach energies to this Growlithe, which is really nice. I can evolve the Revavroom next turn, use this energy to draw up to 6 cards, which I really like. Also putting an energy in the discard pile, which I can then Magma Basin if I do draw into it, and kind of work from there. So they did have the energy search, so they could attach that energy to here. They have Adaman. Okay, so they're gonna discard those 2 metal energies. Grab an item card. What does Adaman do? Is it just 2 cards? Yeah, search for any 2 cards. So I'm glad I did switch, because those 2 cards could have set them up for cybernetic wheels, which, if you don't know, is a new EX card which allows you to do 160 but then switch this Pokemon with one of your bench. So you can really do some cool, like maybe item locks with this deck. Something on my radar for sure. Can my sound effect is like that low. I don't know how much quieter I can make it. Please. It's still so loud. I don't know why. Okay, it's fine. They're gonna go triple laser, so they don't get the knockout on the Growlithe, which is really nice. I can still set up this next turn. I also have research though too. Let's go ahead and do this then. I'm gonna definitely evolve this. I think it's best to just go research now. And then yeah, that's definitely nice, because then I can do this. I can go Arcanine to the active. I can then go Rumbling Engine to discard that energy, draw some more cards. Entei's not bad. I'm just wondering if Entei's really worth it. Probably. Let's definitely get let's get a Charcadet in play though. Do I need another Growlithe? I think I'm gonna just work with this for now. We can definitely put Entei here. And then let's attach an energy to the Growlithe. I think that seems best. And then now I do 120 with the Raging Claws, but I could do 500 with Bright Flame. Let's do Bright Flame. And then this way, next turn, if they do attack or find some way to do damage, they may not take the knockout, which means I can just attach an energy and then just do Raging Claws. We also have Basin, which is also really nice. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get over that. I do need to check the settings to make sure that I can fix that. Some other things that I don't like about live. Let's see. Okay, so this is something I just noticed, but I don't like how the resolution of the card doesn't really show up. Like when that card came into my field of vision, it was poor resolution, but now if I do this, it's higher resolution, right? I don't know if that's something that they can fix in the future. It would be really nice if they could, but we'll see. We'll see what they can do. Let's actually do this. So let's go Revavroom, Rumbling Engine, get that energy into the discard, draw some cards. Let's go Capturing Aroma. Maybe we might be able to get Arcanine. We'll see. We do not, but we can thin out the deck, which is really nice. Let's take out another Growlithe. So we have those in our hand. I could judge, but they only have a 1-card hand. So I'm actually going to not do that. And then let's actually do this. So I'm going to attach an energy. Let's do it to the Armarouge, that's fine. Can I knock this thing out? I can. So I can just do this actually. Let's save the energy and just go or not Bright Flame, but let's go Raging Claws. We'll just take the knockout on this Cobalion. That seems totally reasonable. We'll get the knockout. I can draw a prize, another Basin. Like, see, that resolution was really poor. And then now if I hover over the card, the resolution's fine. I don't know if that's like a tech thing. I don't know if that's like I need to download the images of the cards again. But yeah, don't really like that too much. Something that I don't like about live that I've noticed when I've been doing deck buildings is that this is just personal to me, but I like having different artworks of a card. So like I don't have it yet, but once I get like this Arcanine, I want also like two versions of the full art Arcanine. I have this Entei. I would love to have the other Entei. I have this Armarouge. I have the other Armarouge as well. I like having multiple artworks just to kind of show off all the different, you know, versions of a card. But like with live, it compiles that all into just like one card. Like when I type in Entei, I just get the base Entei V, and then I have to like go through, like it's not as intuitive as it is with PTCGO, because you could just like right click and it will show you all the different versions and you can add them based off of that, but it's not the same here, which kind of sucks. Okay, back to our turn. We have Basin, we have Arcanine, we have an Iron Treads in our active. It looks like they attached an energy to the Revavroom. It's interesting. They also played Dialga. So I would like to boss one of those up, but they have two of them, so it's not really necessary. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach an energy to the Radiant Charizard, kind of get that set up. And I think this hand is pretty primed to just go with a research. I don't think I need anything else. I can do that. That seems fine. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't need an Ultra Ball for an Arcanine because I have it in hand. I could Pal Pad, but I kind of want to save that for the boss next turn. Let's just do this. I'll Ultra Ball, get rid of an Ultra Ball and the Revavroom. That seems fine. Just to thin out the deck a bit more. Let's go ahead and just thin out Armarouge. Actually, I probably shouldn't have drawn anything with that. Let's do, because do I knock this out? I don't. So I could just attach another energy here and just go Bright Flame again and knock out the Iron Treads. We'll take two prizes there, and then we just have to find one more prize, which we can take off of the Revavroom. I do like how they fixed that. I remember with selecting, oh god. I remember with selecting your prizes, there was like this giant bright blue light that would kind of like be assaulted onto your eyes, but now they fix that. They definitely listen. So this is something that I'm hopeful about. Right now, PTCG Live, I don't think it's in a bad state at all. I think it's pretty fine. I just think there's definitely some improvements to be made. There's definitely some adjustments to be made. I think right now we're all biased because we've been playing PTCGO for decades. So having a new client does feel a little strange. But they are listening. They are making subtle improvements. Who knows how long that's going to take, but at least, you know, there's things happening. I kind of want to knock it out. How can I knock this out? I could just boss. That's the boring way to win. Okay, how do I do this? I could do Basin, move it up. I could do Rage Claws. I could research, try and grab an energy. Nah, we'll just boss. I think that's fine. Boss. Okay. I'll boss up the Revavroom. I'll go Armarouge. Move this energy to the Arcanine. Oh, I can actually move multiple energies? I thought it was just once per turn. Oh, this deck is busted. Oh my goodness. And then we'll just go Bright Flame again. I didn't even need the boss. I could have just attached all my energies to the active and then just worked from there. This deck is so good. I love it. So that is going to be it for the video. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of Arcanine EX. Personally, I love Arcanine. It is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I think the deck list does need a little bit more tweaking. As I get used to this new standard format, I'll find some ways to add some spicy text in the future. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Let's push that button. All right, we're migrating. Oh.